And the reactions to Rashmika's scene in particular, where there is a particular clip that people have reacted to. They're feeling that the dialogue perhaps is not very audible, or there's a certain
no, because that's a very emotional dialogue. It's a very long scene. It comes on the edge of the scene. So there's a lot of shouting in the scene. There's a lot of screaming in the scene. So your voice goes into some particular sound. So that's why you're feeling like that. But when you watch the scene in the totality, you'll never feel that. So see, because she's clenching her teeth and saying it, so obviously it sounds different. Even I knew when I was cutting that maybe 20-30% people might not understand. They have to watch it again to understand. I thought it's okay, multiple viewing ho jayega.
It has got multiple viewing. I mean, that again, like I said, has become a big highlight of the film. This question is for both of you, and starting with you. Quentin Tarantino in an interview said that violence is one of the most fun things to watch for. His take on violence is a very different take. He sort of made a genre in himself for that. You have your own take on that in Animal. I want you to sort of, I want to understand from you, what is your take on violence in films in general? Do you feel it's a color that people get to play with?
If you see a street fight also on the road, you'll have a certain rush of adrenaline. I mean, it's end of the day, it's a film, it's entertainment area. So we should not compare it to the real life. It's very much that it's a film. It's not real. But trying to make it as real as possible, which will make the audience glue into the story. That's our job to do. So yeah. So I'm not saying I like violent films, but I like to see action episodes in the film.
Absolutely. Bhushan, the film is going to be Ranbir's biggest opener. It is already setting records. It is slated to be one of the biggest hits of the years. The tickets that have been selling per minute, per hour, per day are numbers that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. It just shows that there is excitement in audiences to go to theatres, something that we were battling for a very long time. That has changed now. As somebody who produces films through the year and has a very creative take on that, your association with Animal also feels very personal. You really feel very invested in this, like a lot of other films. What do you make of these numbers, these metrics that people are now discussing? There are records that are being set, personally.
So everything happened. A big film is going to release. So yes, the advance numbers are very exciting. So we are hoping for a big opening number all over the world. So let it happen. Record will be broken means once it happens, so let it happen. And hopefully it happens what we are expecting now and which everybody is expecting now after seeing the advance booking.
Is it easy for you to let go? Like on a Friday, how do you operate? Are you somebody who puts his phone on an airplane mode? I know you wouldn't do that, but are you somebody who's like then looking at numbers? Reviews again is an area I'm not getting into, but how do you process a Friday when a film comes out?
Usually what happened for Arjun and Kabir, we had a premiere one day before, one day before, and वो खत्म होते ही post discussion, partying, and usually by the time you wake up, it's already lunchtime.
It sounds so like
it's like post 1:30, 1 o'clock. You wake up when you sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning, and your phone is buzzing, and you get up and go to a hall. You're just visiting different theaters and seeing the public reaction. And that's how it was for Kabir and Arjun. I feel the same because they haven't changed. So I think I will also not change my opinion.
What do you make of people who are saying that Animal perhaps is your middle finger to everybody who felt like you're going to tone down and were saying that he should or he should not? There were forums and discussions on the internet and everybody had an opinion, which is fine to have. But there were a lot of people who also felt like, oh, look at the trailer and the teaser. He's like telling a big, I'm doing my own thing, guys.
Obviously, right? I'll do my own thing and yeah. मतलब कितने लोग होंगे वो लोग 20 लोग होंगे 25 लोग होंगे उनके लिए तो नहीं बना रहा ना फिल्म में तो yeah.
We have to speak about Ranbir in the film. I know how close you both are to him. I mean, I can't even begin to get the feels that we are getting when we saw the trailer. Absolutely killer. Got us goosebumps when we saw that. Physical transformation, the mental depth of the character that he's got into. He is an actor who is a director's delight, who's a producer's delight. Every time you meet him, you're just in awe of his class. He's a class apart. What did you discover about him, Sandeep? And first of all, were you a closeted Ranbir Kapoor fan, or were you open about your love for him?
Yes. I'm following him from Wake Up Sid. I watch all of his films. I loved every film, every performance. Maybe very subconsciously I'm a fan towards his films and his work. And what what surprised me was he's very good at action, which he never did in previous.
There's a scene that he's done, a long scene which he's done himself, right? I think I read
Yeah, there's a lot of
scenes he's done himself.
whatever action I saw in the film, whatever we captured, he was flawless. And coming to performance, this very effortlessly he did it. I never saw him preparing much for a scene also. I mean, I never saw him, okay, now give me 10 minutes to leave and I'll come into the in front of the camera, just leave me alone for 10 minutes. Like that, I didn't see any process going on also. It was just, it was very, I feel like he's a very effortless, great actor. Frankly, kitna bhi bolu wo kam ho jayega. You should watch the film. And it was great working with Ranbir Kapoor. I would love to work with him again and again. Yeah.
See, it's a delight working with him. It's, when initially also when we were planning Animal, when he went for the narration also to him, he had his thoughts. Means he's the person who can do this. So, and means I share a very good relation with him from long time. I had more relation than him with his father.
Yes.
So he knew that. Means we had that kind of relationship, and always, I have look up to him like means he's that kind of dedicated actor who doesn't believe in number of days, who doesn't believe in number of hours. He just believe in good work. I remember telling me, he said what kind of actor he is. Means we went for shoot to Kullu, and because of the snowstorm and all, he had to shoot I think giving
Almost
a break.
like we shot for 22 hours.
22 hours.
Yeah.
So I don't think many actors will say, no, yaar, I can't do 22 hours. It's not possible. But this person didn't give, कि नहीं यार मैं देखता हूँ सोचता हूँ. No. He said, no problem यार, I know it is a natural calamity, करो. And he has done this very often. He don't mention any number of hours in his contract. He never mention, which many actors do, a number of days in his contract. So that way he's a super delight working with. Whatever he doesn't interfere in the creativity. He gives his opinion and then he leaves to the director.
And then the rage that he shows when the camera is on.
Yes. Even in one of the interviews in the South, they asked me, how did you think about Lover Boy, Chocolate Boy into this? I said, like his previous films, there are few scenes where you could see there's a lot of rage in his eyes. Yeah. He's a great performer, so he can do it. मतलब ऐसा feeling आता है कि he can fit into any role. ऐसा होता है ना, there are great actors, but you feel sometimes कि नहीं यार ये actor ये नहीं कर सकता, सब कुछ कर सकता, ये role तो नहीं कर सकता. वैसा नहीं है. I don't think there is a limit for his performance. So.
What according to you is an underrated Ranbir Kapoor performance that we are all sleeping on, that we haven't realized and we haven't admired it? Is there an underrated?
Rocket Singh. नहीं?
But Rocket Singh, I think, in fact, is one of his most celebrated and loved performances in fans in general. I personally...
Because the film didn't work at the box office, शायद मुझे ऐसा लग रहा होगा. But yeah.
We are sitting at the backdrop of this poster, and like I said, I feel like there are multiple collaborations that I can already see coming through you both geniuses sitting here. There is Spirit, is what I've heard of, and there is another untitled Allu Arjun film. And I'm guessing there will be many, many more, because if two people who get along and have a cohesive partnership come together, then there is no bounds, right? What do you have to say about that? Bhushan?
He's asking you, sir. मुझे, yeah, we'll see. When you have a great comfort and trust in a producer, why there is no need for you to go and work with another producer. That's what I believe. So, in this process of making this film, I never had any problem with the producer, because he never gets involved in my making, or he'll never even ask me. So मतलब और क्या चाहिए? You have comfort and you have trust, and I don't think so any director needs anything more than that.
Bhushan, you, because fans are obviously excited for these future collaborations.
The future is we are doing Spirit.
Definitely we are doing. Next year it's going to start.
Next year we'll start Spirit with Prabhas, and obviously Allu Arjun film also we have announced, that is also on the cards, and mostly we'll with God willing we have a sequel to Animal also.
Fingers crossed. Like I can see already crossing them.
Means he already had something, but obviously we have to wait for the success of Animal to go into the sequel.
Yeah, there could be a universe, like I said, like you could, I mean, people are talking about cinematic universes, there are characters, there are plot lines, timelines you can explore. From what we are going to see perhaps, and post-release there'll be a longer conversation to have, I'm guessing. There are so many possibilities, endless. Fans are also asking, now that you've worked with the Kapoors, are the Khans like on the wish list, is the question that a lot of directors get asked.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm a big fan of Mr. Shah Rukh Khan.
You watched Jawan, I believe.
Yes,
I heard you.
and we watched Pathan also. When we were shooting in Delhi, we put our team jaake dekhe, so we cheered for the film. So definitely, if I get a chance, I'll lap it up, sure.
Okay, that's fantastic news, that the fact that you're going to collaborate on more projects. Wish you all the best for Animal. We'll be there buying tickets for it. Thank you for this.
Thank you very much. Thank you.